Chris, you ready? Oh,
Give me 1 sec. I just have to get back to somebody.
okay. Cool.
Hi, Kia.
So, kind of break down a little bit. Me and Chris were talking about what he was doing on Instagram, and we started doing it as well. We're building up our Instagram page. Just to kind of give a quick idea while Chris is getting ready of like the psychology of what I was doing and what was not performing as well on Instagram was we were doing a lot of lifestyle on Instagram. But I was talking with Joey is that like lifestyle is like a dime a dozen on Instagram. You know, when you're posting that kind of stuff, you're competing with work from home, biz opportunities, Forex people. You're competing with Tai Lopez. You're competing with all types of MLMs, Amazon offers. You know, it's really a dime a dozen on Instagram. So there's so much more competition when you do it that route. And on Instagram, and I heard this from another guy that I followed who's he teaches Instagram marketing. Like there's really no really kind of silver bullet on it. Instagram's all about matching your perfect audience, your targeted audience, and creating valuable content. And those two have to match, right? And then when you have those two perfect combinations, then people start engaging and people start hitting you up for your offer because your offer is valuable to them, you know? So what we were doing, one with the lifestyle, I mean, it's just dime a dozen. And then the people, our audience that's on our page, one is our warm market of people who know, like, and trust us. But that's really like, it's a sprinkle of everyone we know from all different demographics, right? It's not really a targeted audience for what we have, which is Kangen water for our product, right? Which is super healthy, right? So, so in that sense, when we make a Kangen post, it doesn't sit as well with our audience because it's not really that targeted. It's a sprinkle of people from all walks of life, you know. Whereas Chris's audience on his page is super targeted. It's people who already like what he offers, which is the Kangen water, you know. And all those people will want to make money anyways. But when they learn about it's a business, but then they learn about what the product is, they just fall in love with it, right? So Chris is going to go over his model of how he's been able to produce leads using that model. Are you ready, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'll start from the beginning. So if everybody, well, Jay, could I actually share my screen? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So let me share my screen. I just want to bring up the page. So if this is my page on Instagram, guys, so you could just see my page. So I started using this to build the business. I mean, I've been posting on this for a little while now. I got more heavy into posting once like just nothing else was really like working for me. I just didn't have like warm market to talk to. It's kind of just the same people over and over again. So I had to think about a way to just turn cold leads and traffic into people I could talk to and then obviously generate business from it. And I've always had an idea of just making a product-based page for the machine, because at the end of the day, we really have an amazing product. So I figured, hey, why not just make a page for the machine, and that could just generate the leads from it. People could see what it's all about, and then grow the business that way. So Before I get into this, I just wanted to show you guys the page, and we'll come back over here to talk more about this. But for anyone who's on Instagram, the first thing to really do that's important is to make your Instagram a business account. So I just wanted to cover that with you guys, and just briefly how to do that. So everything that I post on Instagram, actually, let me go back and I'll show you guys. So really, I just want to see something real quick. Okay. Oops. Let me share my screen again. Okay. So if I go to my page and I go to make a new post, say I make this a post here. You see how it says also post to Facebook? Mm-hmm. So you could actually link your Instagram account to your Facebook account as a business page. So that's why in order to make your Instagram account a business page, you actually need to have a Facebook business page first. So that's why I'm showing you guys this. So this is just my regular Facebook here on the phone. And if you go to the flag over here, you could see pages. And then through here, you're able to create your own page. As you go through this process, you'll be able to create your own business page, and then it'll end up like this with your own page that you have. Let me show you through this app here. So this is my Kangen business page on Facebook, right? It's still Kangen Water Machines. Everything that I post on Instagram also gets posted on here as well. Now, I don't have a lot of engagement on Facebook, but I do post it on here anyways, just in case if I'm gonna end up running ads on Facebook. But this is how to make it a business account for Instagram. So if anyone wants to know how to get that set up, I'm sure we could find good YouTube links to basically help you start or create a Facebook business page, and then how to also make your Instagram page a business page as well. Okay, so what do you get from making this a business page? So a couple of things just to show here. On Instagram, you could check, you see where it says insights. So I go through this a lot to get some general information on the page. You could see what content is doing well, how many eyes are on your posts. I don't know, I guess it was just the post and the timing, but that top post just went crazy. This was literally all organic reach. I don't even know what happened with this one. But you could see how many people are looking at your posts. Okay, so you'll know what posts are performing well, what type of posts to put out. So I look at this a lot to get general information. And then certain promotions, so right now I'm even running a paid advertisement. So you could do that as well with the business page. I'm running a simple pictured post as an ad, and it goes through everyone's news feed that I choose the target market. So this is the post that I'm running. Just a simple picture like this, and it's going in front of the targeted audience that I'm selecting. You get to view promotion. Right now I'm doing $10 a day. So just from $9, I got 52 people to the profile. That number, like how much you spend to profile visits, that just, the more you spend on ads with Instagram, it's basically just collecting data. When it comes to paid advertisements, you're always just looking to learn new things and basically to get more people to your page by spending less money. That's kind of like something advanced. If anybody wants, we'll make like a video or training talking about just paid stuff in the future. Another thing I do on Insights here is looking at your activity. So activity, you could see when people are discovering you. So for me, you could see Tuesdays are the biggest day, right? Interactions, profile visits, and then even on audience, the biggest thing I look at is followers. So when are you getting most of your followers? So just by clicking the screen here, you could get a number. So my page has gotten more followers from 12 on. So if I'm gonna be active on my page, I wanna be, it's beneficial for me to be posting after 12 p.m. And from 12 p.m. to 3 is when the most people are going to be on my page, just by that data, right? And we always look into that each day just to see if things change and how we're going to be posting. Another thing with your page you could do, you guys see the name of my page. So I guess I got lucky with this name and no one took it, but I just made it very simple, Kangen Water Machines. You could make the name of your page anything you'd like. I purposely made it Kangen Water Machines, just in case if anybody's searching for Kangen Water on Instagram. So I've gotten a couple of people message me just because they're looking up Kangen Water on Instagram. So that's happened to me before as well. And then also because it says alkaline ionized water, if people are typing in the word alkaline, that could also come up in the search results. And basically, how do you choose the name? You go to edit profile. There you have the profile picture. The name right there is the alkaline ionized water. And then the username is what comes up in the top left, Kangen Water Machines. I have my demo video there for the website. And then I put in some info here in the bio. And that's what's shown at the top. I also put in email address and then phone number so people could just contact me right from the page. I've gotten a couple of calls that way as well. People just seeing a post, calling me directly for more info, and just starting conversation that way. All right, so that's the page. So types of posts. What type of post you could make. So there's 4 types of posts that I try to make with the Instagram page. One being social proof. So social proof posts, customer reviews, why people need Kangen Water, and then also like lifestyle photos related to Kangen. So for example, like a social proof post would be something obviously like a celebrity. So I have a couple of posts here with the celebrities, Steven Tyler, Grant Cardone, like the news is social proof. So I put a couple of those videos in here. Customer reviews, that's why I've asked a couple of you guys for pictures of you guys and your machines. So we got a couple of the guys on the team here, Elias, Ellie, right, Denise and her machine, right? So these are all customer review posts that I also put in the feed because people want to see that it's something that people are enjoying. It wants to be real. So I feel like by putting posts of people with their machine, it creates that community feeling where people are actually enjoying the product. And with other people having it, people could relate to it. So that would be a customer review post. Why they need Kangen Water. This would be an example of that. So kind of like real alkaline versus fake alkaline. So my posts it's about the machine, So we're also targeting the market that's interested in alkalinity in this way. So this would be a why you need Kangen water, because it's real alkaline versus fake alkaline. See if I could find another example. Here, like why you need Kangen water, just like a general post, right? Survive or thrive. And then the other post would be lifestyle. A good example of lifestyle would be a post like this with like somebody in the gym working out with their bottle.
Chris, how many times do you post a day?
I try to post at minimum 3 times a day. Okay, so just to get into that, because you brought it up, so those are like the types of posts. Now, when to post. So how I know when to post, I use the insights on my page to know the best times to post. So on the audience, where we were just here on followers, I could see that basically after 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. is where I'm getting the most followers on my page. So at those key times, that's when you want to be posting. So I'll usually make a post around 12 p.m., maybe around 6 or like 3 p.m. being the peak. Those are the times you want to post based off of when the most people are going to be able to see it.
Could I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I just want to know, because you have your Instagram linked to Facebook, and I want to know if you actually post on the Facebook account apart from Instagram, or you just repost directly from Instagram to your Facebook page.
I just directly post on Instagram, and it gets shared to my Facebook.
Okay, and do you still get some messages from that page on Facebook?
My Facebook page, I'm not really too active on it in the sense of engaging with people. I feel personally with Instagram, it's easier to engage with other people's profiles. So I'm direct messaging more, communicating more with people, engaging on the comments. So to be honest, I kind of just, not that Facebook doesn't work. I've just put a lot of my time just strictly on Instagram, where I'm talking to people on here, and I just repost it onto Facebook.
Thanks.
All right, so that
I have a
would
quick question.
Oh, sure.
Sorry. On the Facebook business page, it seems like it's hard to get people on the page. I'm not sure how I have it set up, but it says invite friends, but it looks like it's only people that you're friends with already. How do you get outside traffic on the business Facebook page that you create? Because Instagram is a lot easier, with that. But
right, that's for that exact reason. That's why I focus on Instagram. I just for me, it's easier to engage with other profiles. And then as I'm engaging with them, they get basically just following the page. And then that's how the content just brings people back.
Joey, what you can do for that is just start to friend request people on different pages on your regular profile. And then from there, so they're your friends on your regular profile page, and then you can add them to your Facebook page.
Okay, so I thought I was doing something wrong where, I thought I would be able to invite them, but I guess I can't unless it's equal. Because I want to invite people to that page, but I don't want them to be on my regular page just yet. I want them to be just for.
The other way is through Facebook ads. So when we would create a Facebook ad, people that like the ad, you would friend request them. Have them like the page. So right on the Facebook ad, as the people like it, on the right, it will show up to invite them to the page.
Oh, okay.
Another way.
Okay, thank you. That's good.
And Chris, do you know what I noticed on the Instagram statistics? Your the people that are viewing your Instagram account, your posts more, is the age range of 20-year-olds, right? Is that what we saw?
Yeah.
I think it was
I think
20.
20.
Yeah, a lot of the people that well, that's even what I put in for my ad targeting. I do 30 to 35
Okay.
for my ads because I've just found that that's a nice age, at least for me as an individual, to connect with people.
Yeah.
Where you're not so young where you're not going to have like money for a machine and you're kind of like situated. And then you would also be interested in business and you're not like too older where I kind of connect with you to go about business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 30 to 35 has worked good for me.
Perfect.
Okay, the other thing, so when to post. Another thing with when to post, so you want to be posting at peak times. This also goes with your stories. So whenever you upload a new story, it actually becomes fresh, like red on the page where people are going to see that there's a new story available. Instagram will always put fresh stories first on the story feed at the top. So at peak times, if you have stories planned for the day, you want to plan it so that you're going to put that story at the peak of that hour. So basically, if you have stories going on your page around 12, peak hour would be 3 p.m. So have a story planned to post at 3. When more people are active on their phones, they'll see your story fresh in the feed because it's a new story, and then they'll be able to see your story. So that's a tip with that.
Do you post on your story exactly what you post on your wall, or do you create a fresh story?
So sometimes I'll just do like I'll duplicate it, just taking the post, putting it on the story. I also do personal stories myself. Like I've done a couple of Facebook Lives. I just come on myself. You know, I talk to everybody who comes on, talk about the machine. Because I also like I want people to know the face behind the page to make them more comfortable. So I do that myself. Like I put myself out there and I talk about it. So it's kind of just like rinse and repeat, kind of like selling the water, talking about it, hyping it up, and just getting people to see you behind the page. The other thing I wanted to, so I'll show you guys also what I do in the DMs. So in the direct messenger, the beauty about Instagram is having direct messenger the way it is. This is kind of like a follow-up list for me. So you see, like I'm talking to people here, have conversations going, but all of these messages are people that I'm talking with, following up with, and I just go through this list like every morning to follow back up with people. Another thing I do with the DMs, I've done this before and I've gotten a couple of followers. You want to be careful doing this because you could, so like I would do this to a point where it would tell me to stop, but I would send out just a regular message like this to people who follow alkaline pages. And I've gotten a couple of people where this has started conversation with them. And basically what I do with this direct message is I'll send it out to somebody. For example, like let me do this, copy that message. Let's go to like an alkaline page, Alkaline Essentials. I'll go to their followers. I see this guy here. I'll go message. Literally just send him that message. Okay, and now I know that he's potentially someone interested in something alkaline related because he follows the alkaline page. So then I'll go back to my DMs, and what I'll do is I'll put this into the general because it's not an active conversation. And if he gets back to this message, I'll see it, and then I'll move him to my primary, which is the people I'm actively engaging with. So that's like a little tip I use with direct message. Let's see.
Chris, how do you choose who to message? Are they people that are like commenting on your posts?
Well, those are people that have sent me a message before. Like, for example, me and Brandon, I sent a message to this guy. We're talking to him now. So this was just a post I made with Brandon and his picture. And the guy, E2, he just commented, "How much for the machine?" Just simple, just like that. I'll send you a message. Brandon and I could help you get hooked up. So then I started a direct message with that guy. You see on here. Right, started it like this with Brandon in the chat. This guy knew about the water for 17 years. He knew about it for such a long time and still didn't get his unit, right? So I'm talking to him. He's in the Bronx. So a big thing with talking with people is I build rapport. I don't just get to like numbers and stuff like that. A lot of the people I've sold to on Instagram, I build rapport with them first. So it's very rare where it's simply I'm interested in the water, what are the details, get the machine. It has happened for me, but I do build rapport in the DMs where I'm connecting with people. But a simple thing like this, connecting, asking certain questions. He wanted to hop on a phone call right away once we were talking. I got his number, we spoke, and now we're talking to him about him getting his machine. So yeah, it could be comments on the post that I direct message, or it could just be conversations started up from people messaging me like, "Hey, what's this machine? I know, like, I've heard about this." Or it's actually people from doing that direct message strategy where I just kept DMing people. And through just direct messaging people, it started up conversations. I get to know people that way, build rapport. And then I just go from step to step to step of, have you ever heard of this before? Try to figure out a problem. Like, are you into an alkaline lifestyle because of your like health? Are you looking to get healthier? I'm always searching for, I guess, that problem or what they're into. That way we provide the solution, and then that's what starts the process. Hashtags that I use, I'll show you guys my hashtags. So I keep this in my notepad, the schedule for the week with the team to send this out. And then also hashtags for Instagram. So literally to get this list, all I did was go on Google and type in best alkaline hashtags for Instagram. It gave me a website and all of these hashtags came up. There were a couple of ones in between that just didn't make sense for the product. So I just like took those out, but I kept these. And when it comes to hashtags, you want to use hashtags where people are going to be searching certain types of things. Like, for example, I was I had somebody looking up alkaline recipes, which I actually don't have here, so I'm going to add that. I guess I added it on one of my posts. So alkaline recipes. Then just literally copy and paste and then put that on the post. Trying to think what else.
Chris, from the people that that bought a machine from your Instagram through this model, what percentage of them wanted to do the business?
So actually all of them that got a machine, I always told them about the business.
Awesome.
I know my friend Justin, he came through the Instagram page. He has one sale already, and I'm talking with him and building with him. So that came through the Instagram page. My friend Jerry just wanted the machine, but I told her about the business as well. And now we're talking about how to generate sales together. So basically, it is kind of like a health page, but even in the approach, I always tell people about the business, regardless. Even if they just ask about the machine, I never leave the business out.
That's awesome.
And it kind of works the same offline. Like offline, when I was doing everything in the beginning, when I first started like Kangen for myself, it was all about health. The problem is it wasn't, I guess, going about the health. It was leaving out the business in the process. Right. So either way works. No matter what approach you go for, the business just has to be mentioned.
Yeah. And what's really awesome is that because of the route you're going and the target that you're targeting, the people that come in are already passionate for everything that Kangen Water offers. You know,
right.
So
they already know and follow like the Dr. Sebi movement on living an alkaline lifestyle. They already eat alkaline rich foods, or maybe they already drink bottled alkaline water. So then you're just introducing them to what Kangen is. It's the perfect person, basically.
Yeah. And I'm starting to realize that because as compared to just targeting lifestyle, where we become a dime a dozen, and the people who are following on our page is not actually that targeted for our offer. You know, they like the business, but they don't really care about the product. You know, when you have someone that's both, then you got someone really great, and it's going to be a great team member. And it's also going to be very easy for them to come on board because even without the business, they're so in love with the product, right?
Right. So yeah, it's been working for me, like just being consistent with posting, talking with people in the DMs. Like I saw you guys, I'm always just chatting with people on the DMs. If you do get a phone call, one thing I do recommend, because this happened to me already, like at one point, I just like one day I really had a couple of calls come in from the page, and I'm thinking there are people that I'm direct messaging, but they weren't. So like I'm losing track of the numbers. So like if you ever do get a call from somebody, like no matter what, like just write down the number and the name, keep track of all that stuff. I got a little lazy and was depending on my DM inbox to be like my list of people, but you should always have a manual list no matter what, like on a pen and paper notepad. Just make sure you write everything down.
So Chris, are you only focusing on this product account, Instagram account now? or do you still have your own personal Chris for like a lifestyle?
I haven't been, like, if I'm on social media, I'm on this page.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're full
And that's what I've been
on that
doing.
product page.
Mhm.
Okay.
And where do you get your content?
So content, I'll even take content from like Facebook. I'll go on Facebook and type in Kangen water, and I'll just see different posts that people have put up. Certain videos on YouTube, I'll use that YouTube downloader, and I kind of take some videos, chop it up a bit, and I'll upload it to the page. So technically, I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that, but I mean, I've been doing it, so.
Everyone does it. Like where you
Yeah,
got it
so-
from was probably also kind of proliferate from another account as well.
Right.
I see my stuff like around all YouTube and like just everywhere, and I don't care. I don't mind. You know, it's whatever
Right.
help promote the product and help people. You know, this is what it's about.
It's
You
for the
know?
good
Right.
of it.
The way I see it, it's if it's a demonstration or something about the product, like we're pretty much the same company. I'm just posting the content. But yeah, like I get it from YouTube, from Facebook, even some Instagram pages, and then I use those apps to those apps to edit the videos, to upload them onto Instagram. So this is one of the apps that I was talking about, InShot. I have the downloaders here as well. So downloader for Instagram and then a downloader for Facebook. You could just put the link of the content in those apps and it'll download the image or the video onto your phone. And then I also use InShot to help me with edit some videos to post. So one thing that's good with this is, for example, if I wanted like this video here, you could change the canvas, the ratio that works for Instagram stories to get it propped, the size properly is this canvas 916. So this is long ways where it's able to go right on the Instagram story without you having to zoom it, crop it, do anything like that. And this is also the image preview, the screen preview for an IGTV video.
Chris,
So,
I have a quick
Yes.
question. How do you, I've seen you've uploaded videos where they have a verbiage on the top and on the bottom of the video. How do you create that?
okay, so that is through InShot. So for example, let's say I was doing this video here. All right, so I'm choosing this canvas. Just add text.
Oh, what's the app? Canvas?
And then I edit it like that.
What is this?
What's the app name again,
What's
Chris?
this app?
The app name is called InShot.
Oh, InShot. Oh, and it's 9x16, you said?
So 9x16 is the frame that works well for Instagram stories and also IGTV. So if you go to post an IGTV, maybe I could show an example, but
You're more an ooh la la.
here, IGTV. So IGTV, what that is a video that you're posting that is longer than a minute. So Instagram has short videos and long videos. Um, whoops, something fell in my backyard. So a short video would be under a minute. A long video would be over a minute, but up to 10 minutes. That's what an IGTV video would be. So,
Have
for
you seen
example,
a difference? Have you seen a difference between the short videos and the long videos? Which one performs better?
I think the short videos get better engagement for Instagram. See, like this would be an example of an IGTV. So I posted an IGTV, but you're also allowed to, you could make a preview on your, basically your wall, kind of like your news feed. So that's the image on the wall. Now, if this wasn't in 916, the preview image would be distorted and it wouldn't fit. So 916 is the perfect ratio for an IGTV video. Because then when you go to fully watch it, it kind of looks like an Instagram story. Kind of hard to explain. I hope I'm making sense with it. What else could I cover? Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to cover. I mean, if anyone has questions, I'll just answer questions.
Yeah, totally. When people follow you, Chris, do you send a DM to those people?
Oh, sorry, I was reading Denise's comment. So Denise, the IGTV, basically it's, so Instagram, you have short stories or short videos that you post, and then long videos that you post. The longer videos are considered IGTV videos. So if you're gonna post something longer than a minute on Instagram, it gets posted as an IGTV video.
I have
Jay,
I'm sorry. It's me, Joe.
oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to, because I think a lot of people are considering starting their own, business product page, but I think a lot of them, in sticking with what they already have, I guess what's the best way to be themselves, promote lifestyle, but also be health. And I think me and Jay were talking about this a little bit earlier about like the difference and like what to do exactly. So I do think that like Maria and Riven do a good job also at like sharing their lifestyle lately about like pictures they've been putting up and like where they are outside, talking about being successful or enjoying life. And just having a balance, like even me and Ellie just kind of try to have a balance between having fun pics, lifestyle, home-based business, faith, fun, and then the water, hydration. The importance of water. Talking about alkaline water, talking about the machine, but it's not strictly for, posting every day about, the machine or the business per se every day. People get annoyed when they see that. That's why the product page is strictly for people, who just want the product. So I guess knowing the difference helps. And if you want to do both, separate it in that way. But if you only have your main page, learning how to have that rotation, throughout the week to keep that balance so people see what you're all about and still enjoy the content, but still have a sneak peek into home-based business, have a sneak peek into about, having better quality water. And I guess what would you advise for the team to do better with that?
if regardless of the type of page, you have to look at social media in general as just a platform to connect with people. So take advantage of the platform in the sense of actually connecting. And the best way with Instagram to connect with people is in direct messenger. That's not even coming from me. That's coming from Gary Vaynerchuk. So he talks about just the power of Instagram direct messaging. He even recommends a strategy where you would look up key hashtags that relate to the niche that you're in, look up certain pages, and even make a genuine comment on that post, not even looking for anything in return. Because it's just all about connecting with people, giving value to other people. So whether it be a product page or your own personal Instagram page, one, just be genuine. Even like if it's just a page about yourself, I mean, just be yourself, right? Don't be somebody that you're not. And just connect with people through direct messenger. Like send out messages, like look at someone's page, be like, hey, like I see your progress in the gym. You're doing an awesome job. Keep it up. You're looking great. How long have you been into working out? A simple question opener like that opens up a conversation to where you're connecting with somebody you didn't know prior, you know, and you're putting in time to connect, and that person's following you. And then as you're building rapport, maybe one day you come out with the, hey, have you ever heard of Kangen water before? You know, since you work out, this would be something that you might enjoy. You know, so whatever the page is, just always look to connect with people. I guess I could that would be the best thing.
And another thing I want to mention is that this is still a form of cold market marketing, but
Right.
you're turning them into warm market. But it's one of many ways to generate leads. And of course, one of the quickest also is tapping into the warm market that we already have. You know, so especially for people that are brand new that want to incorporate Instagram, definitely do this, but make sure that you're not only doing this and spending all your time doing this, you know, making the posts. You want to build your business quick. You already have a warm market to tap into. So tap into your warm market, because it's going to take a much longer time to meet brand new cold people, turn them into warm market leads the way that Chris does, and then to eventually get them to join your team and buy a machine. You know, so kind of, because I know it's a lot of content, and I'm putting together the page that we're doing now, but I'm spending about 20% of my time doing that, because I know it takes time, but still spending most of my time recruiting the people that I already know and reaching out and sending out messages to the people that I already know. You know, so just be careful not to fall into the trap of just spending all your time in Instagram and ignoring the other areas that are very valuable to you.
Yeah, if you have warm market, like if you have people you already know to talk to, that should definitely be your focus, 100%. For me, like I turned to doing this and it's been working, but I spend literally all of my time doing this, where I'm just connecting with new people. But that's just because everybody that I already know basically knows that I do Kangen water, and I need to, this is how I have to go about generating sales. So
You already sold your warm market.
Yeah. If you guys have, like you just started and you don't have, like you still have warm market to talk to, you guys should definitely be focusing on that for sure.
Yeah, and then start developing this on the back end, you know, and then on the front end, start reaching out to your warm market. All right, awesome, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Really
You're
great.
I know it's a lot of stuff, so I'm sorry if it was confusing.
That was great. It really clarified a lot of the stuff that I was like all the weak points in the way I was marketing on Instagram, where I wasn't having that meetup of the perfect target audience and the perfect valuable content that they actually want, So it made a lot more sense when you explained the way that you were doing it. So this is great stuff. You know what? We got a little bit more time to just cover any areas in your own business outside of Instagram. If you guys have any questions, if you guys are having any difficulties in any areas. Joy, did you have any questions that maybe you heard from any team members that we could answer?
I guess maybe I'll just ask the question if anyone feels that they want to share anything about in their ability to just connect with people in general. I know Jason and Nelly made the icebreaker guide. I don't know if everybody looked at it, but it really is a really good piece of information that explains like different scenarios of people you're reaching out to on social media and what to say to them in the inbox or DM. So if you haven't already, definitely check that out. But has anybody had any difficulty in learning how to, just start conversations and transfer over to like the next step from like starting a conversation to saying, hey, like talking about Kangen and then sending them the videos? Does anybody have any questions about that or frustrations? It's like, this is the platform that we come together to talk about that and to, find ways to help each other. So I know that there were some of you who were struggling, and that's okay because we all do at times and we want to get better. So this is the platform to at least express that and find ways that we can help.
And that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you don't even know what is the area that we need help in. But to kind of clarify it, it all breaks down in your business. If you're not getting the amount of sales that you want to have, it always breaks down to three things. Like at the core of it, there's only three things that are broken down in your business if you're not getting the amount of sales that you want. It's either one, you're not getting enough people to talk to, right?
That's what Denise just said. Good job, Denise. She says she's going to talk to more people.
Oh, perfect. So you already identified, what is the area of your struggle that's not producing the amount of results that you want, right? So that's one. You are not talking to enough people. You don't have enough people to talk to. The second area, if that is not an area and you have plenty of people to talk to, but you're still not producing the amount of sales that you want to produce in your business, the second criteria you need to look at is the people that I'm talking to, are they showing interest for my offer, what I'm trying to show them about the business or Kangen, okay? So if the first one is good and then the second criteria is bad, then, okay, I got a lot of people to talk to, but every single person I talk to is showing no interest and don't like what I have to say. The problem with that is your approach, okay? So it's, if they're not liking what you're offering them, it's because of how you're offering it to them, okay? So at that point, it's just a matter of changing up your approach and then tweaking your approach until you have an approach where you've fixed that second criteria, okay? So if you've got plenty of people to talk to, that criteria is good. The second criteria, that all those plenty of people that you're talking to loves what you're showing them, that's good. You've completed two criteria. Now, if you're still not producing the amount of sales that you want to produce, then you have a lack on your third criteria, okay? There's only three criterias that it boils down to if you're not producing the results you want in your business. That third criteria is, are they buying? Are they closing? Are they joining your team, okay? So if you got plenty of people, they love what you're showing them, and they're buying, then you are producing the amount of sales that you want in your business. Now, if you fulfill the 2 criteria, but you're lacking the 3rd, then it's just a problem of how you're closing them. Okay? So if you got plenty of people, you're talking to plenty of people are interested in what you're showing them, but they're not buying, then you have to find out where is the roadblock in the way that I'm closing them that they're not buying. Am I waiting too long for the close? Am I not asking for the close? So it's always one of those 3 areas, you know? So if you're not producing the results that you want and you need help with any of those 3 areas, reach out to one of us, one of your upline leaders, reach out to us directly, ask in the chats, and then we'll help you overcome that specific area that you're having trouble with. Because if you have all 3 of those good, you're producing the amount of sales that you want in your business, okay? But it's important to have that clarity of where in your business that you're having the roadblock. Either is it 1, is it 2, or is it 3? Because if you have all 3, you're gonna be exactly where you need. All righty, guys. All right, I guess last week questions. We're at the top of the hour.
I think Bernice
Oh.
had a question. Did Bernice
did-
earlier
did-
have a question? About how long is Chris on social media? Like approximately?
Oh, Chris.
How many hours? Is he still on? Oh yeah, Chris is on.
I mean, I think it even says activity-wise on my phone. Average a day on Instagram, it says like 3 hours a day, but I feel like it's a lot more. I mean, I'm just
Scrolling or is actual like work on that product page? Like
right, exactly.
on the product page.
On the product page, I mean, it's putting together content, it's messaging people. A lot of the time put in on the page is actually me just kind of like, you know, that mastermind where I'm sitting back thinking about how to grow it type of deal.
Yeah.
Because once I do the direct messaging, there's not really like much. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, what else could I really do here?
Yeah.
But once I make the follow-ups I have to, or I'm planning future content to post, that's basically like my to-do list, is make sure I have content, message people, stay on top of follow-ups.
So would you say like an hour or 2?
Definitely more like 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. That's with following up, posting stories,
Interacting with other pages.
Okay, and that can vary. You know, it could be throughout the day. So, but altogether,
Exactly.
a couple of hours. Okay.
And then through Instagram, because you're connecting with people, I'll just like off like other means of business, I'm setting up calls, I'm setting up to do like a webinar presentation and stuff like that.
Awesome. We got a question by Denise. What about the folks who want to do research and then come back and say this is a scam? Is that when we just think next? I have actually that's a common thing, and it's answered in the rebuttal handout that Nelly has in the thing. It depends on how they say it, you know. If they ask it after doing research, they say, is this a pyramid or is this a scam? I'll explain it to them, you know, because they're a little open-minded. If they've made the decision to say no, this is a scam, then I don't even bother with those people, because those people just got a horrible mindset, and they're a skeptic, and I say this all the time. Skeptics are the worst people to do business with, you know, because they have no faith, you know, and they're the type of people that like for every solution there's a problem, you know, rather than faithful people is for every problem there's a solution, you know. So I don't even bother with those people. I'll give one last rebuttal, you know. I'll give and usually I give the social proof as my last rebuttal. I explain the social proof that we have. And if they still with the social proof, they don't think that it's legit, then they just have problems with themselves,
Ouch.
you know.
To the next.
Yeah, then it's on to the next.
It's on to the next. My mom is on. Hi, mommy.
Hello.
Hi, Natalie.
All right, so yeah, so that's the last questions.
I can't even hear her. She's on my Kangan family.
Yeah.
I can't hear her. Good night.
Thank you guys
all.
very much.
Yes.
Have a great night. I hope you guys learned something really good. Remember, tomorrow, 7:30,
Tomorrow,
we got another
7:30.
powerful Zoom. Get your invites out.
Faith and business discussion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes. For
Anyone who wants to join.
Joe, you want to make an announcement for what's going on tomorrow real quick?
Yeah. So it's open to anybody who just wants encouragement in their faith and who wants to know how to really just combine the two and how to live this thing out, you know, with our faith and being an entrepreneur and being in business. And so if you're interested in coming, we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to lead it. And this is the first, I think, of many. And again, all are welcome, but no one's obligated to come. So I'll post the link tomorrow, and it should be really good.
Awesome. And the WhatsApp. What time?
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah,
Okay.
about like 45 minutes to an hour.
Awesome. Brennan, you had your hand up. You had a question? Wait, let me unmute you. Brennan, try to unmute yourself. It's not letting me unmute you. Oh, no, you didn't mean that. All right. All right, guys. Have a great night. I hope you learned something good. Let's go get those messages out. Any questions in the chat? And we'll talk to you guys again. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a great evening.
Night.
Love you guys.
Hey, guys.
Good night.
Have a great night.